in Israel. Bill Bennett is a former education secretary and joins me now. Bill, why are we negotiating with anti-Semites? I don't get it.
Well, we shouldn't be, and a supposedly distinguished university. I say that, though, I was invited by the students and canceled by the university, my invitation to speak. But never mind that. They shouldn't be negotiating with the students. They're in charge. Presumably, there's a faculty or a trustee committee on investments. Why are they capitulating? What we're seeing here, whether you're looking at these donations from abroad or these negotiations at campus, is the slavish obeisance of the universities to things other than academic freedom, the pursuit of truth, and higher education. There are so many interests here, and the reforms need to take place. Hopefully, people are getting a look into the universities, seeing that there are outside agitators for sure. There are also what I call, Stuart, inside agitators, the faculty, and these ridiculous students who are making these demands, these coddled kids who know nothing about reality.
Why didn't President Biden yesterday come down forcefully, I mean really forcefully, and make a forceful statement about anti-Semitism on college campuses? He seemed to be trying to play both sides, equivocating and vacillating. Why is he like this?
Yeah, there was one phrase for anti-Semitism, and then there was another for Islamophobia and anti-Arab, et cetera, et cetera. This is because he's very much in touch with and enthralled by those interests. Look, the worst thing he's done, I mean, this explains your question, I think, Stuart, is he's talking about inviting Palestinian students to the U.S.
Yep.
I think you had an earlier guest who pointed out 92% of Palestinians voted for Hamas.
Right.
What are we talking about here? I mean, the president's head is not screwed on right. Maybe we can reform the universities. I don't think we can reform the president.
Look, I go back to the 1960s. And the 1960s, that generation of students at colleges, we were radicalized, and that was the truth. It was a large-scale radicalization, not of an entire generation, but large numbers of people. Fast forward to today. Is it a similar situation on college campuses? Are they radicalized to the same degree as back in the 1960s?
Well, it's worse in 2 degrees. One, the radicalization that took place meant that the students who were radicalized became the faculty. That faculty became a faculty that replaced the ones who were there, and now they have been replaced. But, you know, this is a group that chooses itself, and so they choose the same people with the same point of views. I entered a philosophy department at Boston University, Stuart, where I was the only non-Marxist, not non-liberal, non-Marxist. So this was back in the 70s. So it's worse. Plus, you know, one could argue about the Vietnam War. I think the war was just and we should have prosecuted it fully. But I had a lot of friends who were anti-war. I don't have any friends who are anti-Jews or in favor of Hamas.
Exactly.
That's why I think the situation is worse. And we need a cleansing of the stables here.
Yeah, a cleansing of the stables. Good idea. Would that include ending tenure for professors?
Yeah, but you know that you're not going to get there. I think the best weapon we have is the parents' checkbook and the lawsuit. I hope this thing is loaded with lawsuits. Boy, would I like to dust off my law degree and represent those janitors in Columbia. False imprisonment, kidnapping, everything. And then, you know, I talked to parents not long ago, said, what can we do? They're getting all this stuff in their brains. I said, don't write the check. Maybe we'll see some of that. It looks like applications to these places are down. Would it shock you to know that Jewish families' applications to Columbia are down?
No, it would not shock me at all. In fact, I would expect it.
Yeah.
I would expect it. Bill Bennett.
You betcha.
I always wish we had more time, because there's so much I'd really like to talk to you about. But regrettably, the demands of television are such that we're out of time. Bill Bennett, it is always a pleasure.
We need a full academic. We need a full academic hour for me to lecture, please.
Ooh. Would that rate? That is the question, Bill Bennett.
I won't.
We will see you again shortly, I do hope. Thanks, Bill.